Hey everybody, it's Lewis Porter Jr. It's sunny and bright here in Florida. I think it's in the 80s today. Feels like it's the 80s today. So for all the people in the snow, hey, sorry. We should move somewhere where it's warmer. That's all I'm saying. That's what I did. So, I'm at 100% today. I got a little cold. Yes, I know it's funny when I say that. Since I was just, saying how warm it was. I have a little cold. Yeah, that happens. So, let me tell you what's been going on. Because today I think we're going to talk about, once again, more Crossfire and some plans. And I put some posts up recently too, to give you guys a little more focus on what I was planning and that whole thing. So, what cool things are happening? Well, first, Christina Stiles is going to be working on Crossfire. She, I know specifically, will be doing the first adventure in Crossfire. The remaining three, well, those are going to be done by a certain people. We have to just confirm some stuff, but we will be announcing who it is and that kind of stuff, so you won't be surprised. It's someone that I think will match up very well to what we're doing. These individuals have also worked with Christina before, so it's also a good match. And so I was like, after I heard that, I was like, oh, perfect, great. So now I have to really worry about art. So that was that. So I budgeted out what I thought word count should be, and realistically, I'm looking for each one of these adventures to be about 20,000 words. So altogether, that's 80,000 words, you guesstimate. And for all of you on the publishing side, because that's the people who watch this, oh, look at the stupidity in the road here. A lot of you on the publishing will know. Figure 80,000 words is about 120 pages. Figure every 1,000 words is a page and a half. That's a kind of good rough estimate for layout sake to think of. It will be very helpful to you. So 120 pages. Okay, so it's a fair. This whole thing was collectively a fair amount. Also, I was looking at rewards, of course, this weekend because you're planning. I'm planning. Oh, I'm going to do this as a Kickstarter. I've always thought I was going to do this as a Kickstarter. And everybody knows I like Kickstarter, but at the same time, I don't want people to get burned out of it because there's going to be a couple Kickstarters going on, probably when this one's going on too. But I know that the guys, I think Legendary Games is doing theirs coming up this month sometime. And there's a couple other ones. A couple Pathfinder guys are doing theirs all at the same time. So for Crossfire, I was thinking like August-ish. August-ish, even September to start. But I'd like to end it before October 31st, of course, which is Halloween. And since this is going to be a horror-based one, it makes sense. So my theory will be this. We're assigning the work now to get done. We're going to have the writers come and do all the work. We're going to pay the writers for the work that they've already done. Like all the writing, all 20,000 words, we're going to pay them for all that. Boom. I said, 20,000 words each. Pay them for all that. So when it's all said and done, when we start the Kickstarter, we've already got the content done. And when I use the word done, I mean it's been written, gone through first draft edits, and most likely, I'm hoping, will be totally completely edited and ready for layout. And to tell you the truth, I'd actually like to put it actually in the layout. So, by the time the Kickstarter is over, all we'll need is art, but we'll also be getting the art. And so we'll just basically recouping the cost of doing it, which I think will be very, very reasonable. It'd be great to say, okay, the Kickstarter's over, and within a week, everybody starts getting their books. It's like, hey, thank you for all your hard support, and here's your books. Bam, 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 bam. Or your PDFs or whatever. That's what I'd like to do. That's my theory. That's what I've always hoped for that. On top of that, at least for the main thing. Because I've also included some pretty interesting rewards that we did. Did we do it last time? Or we thought about doing it? I thought about doing it. I didn't do it. I was going to do it for another Kickstarter. So, let me see if I can remember the rewards off the top of my head. It might be a little difficult, but just go with me. Of course, there's a $1 reward. Thank you. That's the least people can give. We have a $7 reward, which gives you a copy of the PDF of the first adventure. That's the one Christina's going to be writing. That outline is also available online. You can see it online right now. If you go to our blog, it's there. It's there on our blog. So check it out. On top of that, we have the $20 one. I think it's 20. I think it's 20. Oh, I can't remember. I think it's 20 or it's 24. I think it's $24 or something. You get all 4 of the PDFs. The next one up from there. See, it's hard to remember off the top of my head. I kind of just know the breaks above. And I think it's the one above there. You get something I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember just off the top of my head. I know that the print version is reasonably priced. You'll get the print version and the PDF, and all four, the separate PDFs and the collected one. So it's very reasonable. But when you get above, I think it's $55. We started doing something I thought about doing. From $55, I know, to $100. Every $5 is like there's another increment. So it's basically what you get the opportunity to do is, as a donor, you do your donation, boom, you'll get the option to submit up to 2 items per specific level. So I know at the lower levels it's like you can submit 2 poisons, or then it goes to like 2 spells or 2 monsters. And at the end, the big one being you can support 2 NPCs that we will either include in the book or do an NPC book on. So there's a lot of cool add-ons to it. I think people will be very happy with the prizes and rewards that we thought of. I think they're not only just fun and interesting and just cool, they're just good to have. I mean, there are a lot of you who want to break into the industry. Let's be honest. Breaking into this industry is like breaking into Fort Knox sometimes. No one tells you how you do it. You just do it, and then you get known, and then that's it. I mean, that's really it. But I mean, and it's tough. I mean, it's tough. Don't kid yourself. I've done it for 10. Oh my God, longer than that, buddy. Like 14 years, and I know how to break in. And I know all the people to do. Now, 14 years later. But that's me doing it myself and figuring it out and understanding and doing publishing. But a lot of you guys don't want to. A lot of guys don't want to be publishers. Publishers, you want to be writers. You want to be artists. You want to find a way to get in. So this is a great way to get in. You get inside and you see what goes on, like we're doing right now with this Kickstarter. So it's an option that I think was very useful. Plus, I mean, you'll get to submit these options, and we're going to put them in the book. We're going to put them in the book itself. You're going to be able to use that stuff on your resume. Say, I did products. I've done products. Here's the product I did. Here's the thing I wrote up. You can show people your stuff. That's important. That really is important. People don't realize how important that is. Being able to have a hard copy or something, or even a digital copy of something, to show someone, oh yes, this is the work I did. This is what I'm capable of. If you give me a chance, I will do this work for you. And that's how it is. People appreciate that kind of stuff. Plus, on top of that, we're all small publishers, so we all talk to each other. So-and-so? Yeah, I know so-and-so. Did he do some work for you? Yeah, he did some work for me. Was he a good guy? Oh, yeah, he was a good guy. There's all kinds of that kind of stuff. So, it's a good opportunity for you to possibly get a cool product and get your opportunity to get yourself published. Sorry. It's cold. Yeah. Freaks me out. I get cold. Running noses always freak me out, even on little kids. Yeah, freaks me out. So, we've got that going on with Christina. I showed her the outline. Wherever I saw the outline. We've got websites out there. And I kind of spoke in more detail of what I wanted to do in at least the first section. Because I know with Crossfire, since it is going to be an Obsidian Apocalypse game, I kind of want to start it differently than I can say most games start. Most games, adventures, tavern, this thing, it's that kind of thing. I decided differently. I want this one to start with action. And I mean like, bam, punch you in the face kind of action. I think it makes a lot of sense for the setting. What I have planned makes a lot of sense. So basically, you start out the adventure, really running away kind of is the best way to describe it. It's running away. You're running away. You're running away from a fight. It's that kind of situation. Now, things can happen after, when you guys start playing, but that's how you started. You'll most likely be running away from something. I'm not going to tell you what the something is because, I haven't done it yet. We have an idea what it is, but it's not set in stone, so it's, So you're going to be running from something. Then something's going to be chasing you. You're going to have to deal with this something. And then from there, that starts the story, it starts explaining what you're doing in this setting. Because it's very much, it's Ravenloft plus Dark Sun. So you know what to expect. You know kind of what's going to go on. You know what issues there are going to be. They're basic issues you can expect. And guys who bought the core campaign book, you know what I'm planning. It's going to be something horrible. Come on, I got Christina Styles on this. You think I'm going to give Christina, Christina, please give me something boring and dumb? Hell no. It's going to be horrible and violent. And you're probably going to lose an appendage if you're lucky. So, I mean, that's the focus right there. And so we've got that part done. The second part, you're gonna first part's the raid. So you're gonna do the raid. I call it a raid, but that's kind of what it is. And then there'll be a caravan. Oh yeah, this first adventure, a lot of caravan traveling from point A to point B. A lot of travel, that kind of stuff. But what happens on the travels is very, very interesting. And where you get to stop to resupply, you get to learn more about this campaign, the setting, and that's kind of where I wanted to build this from, because it is such a, it's a saga. This is my epic saga of, well, it was Ravenloft, but now it's Obsidian Apocalypse. We really have spent some time, at least I have, spent some time thinking about why things should be the way they are. And for everyone who knows, or may not know, Crossfire, initially, I planned to be Mind Flayer, Githyanki, Drow, I can't tell you, combination. Because the Mind Flayers and Githyanki are IP, I decided let's do different creatures, of course. And the Phoenix Scourge, am I saying it wrong? Phoenix Scourge? I'll have a link so you'll figure it out. There's one that's going to replace the Mind Flayer. Similar but different. I think visually, it kind of reminds me of the Delurians from DC Comics, the Shapeshifters. Not when they're the pointy-eared guys, but when they're the cloaks and the tentacles and that. But I think that's very, very cool. I mean, cloaks and tentacle creatures, you can go all day for that. That's got some good stuff there. That's got some good stuff. So I said, hey, let's focus on that. Let's do that. And now they have psychic abilities. It's like, whoa, psychic abilities and that. Very, very cool looking. So I have some ideas for that. The Githyanki, I'm taking a cue from stuff and taking the idea behind them because they're cool. What makes them cool? A, they got little psionics. That's kind of cool. They have a signature weapon and they have a signature enemy. So that kind of fits. So I'm going to steal. Well, I'm not saying steal. I'm liberating some of the ideas, and I made this race that I'm so far calling the Yangtze, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the full name. But it's definitely the Yangtze are humanoids. They are tough. They are urban fighters, and they've taken over in their adventure, which is the third one. They take over a city, which is important to this whole thing, and they're basically, they're using urban combat tactics, very guerrilla tactics on the people in the city to attack and stuff. And it's very, very cool. So I said, okay, well, the Githyanki have their swords, which are always kind of impressive. These guys need to have a signature weapon. So I thought about weapons that I like, and don't get me wrong, one of my favorite weapons always would be tomahawk. Big hatchet, big tomahawk. Ooh, that's heavy, killing folks kind of thing. And I thought, I got a cool idea for them. I kind of like the way that feels and looks, but I mean, it's a cool weapon. What if I combined it with another weapon that I'm a huge big fan of? The Gurkha's Kiri knife. It's a curved one, the one with the curved blade, sort of cuts just like it's chopping and cutting you at the same time. It's considered to be a truly deadly weapon. I thought that would be a cool combination. Then on top of that, I put another weapon that visually I always like the look of it, but I think it's just kind of cool. And I think these two items, the tomahawk and the Kiri knife, will work. Kiri, it's K-U-K-R-I. So I'm not good at pronouncing things. Just let it go. The knife itself is kind of cool. So I also thought of getting the mekhleth, which I think is a very cool short sword setup. And I like that it's got a little curved edge and it chops. It kind of reminds me of that knife. So I was like, okay, how can we change it? So we changed up the look of it, give it more of a tomahawk feel to it, with adding a hook to it. So it's like, okay, this could be a really cool signature weapon. On top of that, I kind of wanted to make it, and this is not on everybody, all the guys, all the Yangtze, but on a couple, I definitely wanted to make it like a throwing weapon. I know in the stats I included it has a throwing ability. But I think, first of all, throwing things are great. Anybody face, toss it at them. That's a kind of cool thing. That terrifies people, Big blades coming at you, chop, is pretty deadly. But with theirs, I wanted to find out a way, I'm still trying to figure out a way to do this, to make it to the weapon return. So people say, well, yeah, just make it magical. But no, I kind of want to do it a way that it isn't magical, that it returns. So I'm trying to find that to really do it the right way and get something that I'm happy with. But it's an idea. It's an idea, and it may not, it may not pass development. It may just be like, oh, it didn't work. I didn't think it worked the way it should have. Because I like the concept of you toss a weapon, gotcha, and it comes back to you. That's cool as shit. I mean, Thor's hammer, great weapon. Even cooler, you have to go chase it down. Because that's always the craziest thing. Oh, I got this cool powerful weapon. Bam, a special guy. Bam. I toss it. Oh, now I have to go get it. You know, it's like, oh, that's stupid. But, you know, throw it. Bam. Hammer comes right back. Damn, gotcha. Oh, you're beautiful. I got you, baby. Loved you. That's kind of cool. So, that's what I think should be done. That kind of stuff. I think that has some very cool stuff. Wow, it's been 15 minutes. I didn't even realize it. So that's the kind of stuff we're working on there. I'm hoping to get some artwork done on them because the motif I've been working with them is a combination of Native American and Japanese. And I think visually that's going to look badass. You know, I know these guys are going to be, you know, definitely humanoids. But I don't want them to look like Githyanki. I mean, Githyanki have a very distinct look. But I want to give these guys also a cool, distinctive look. I know I'm going to probably include tattooing and painting, like a lot of face painting and world colors with them. You know, hey man, they're Native Americans. You're going to see some paint. Definitely will be some feathers, of course, because that's a very native thing. You know, so I'm going to think about, you know, looking at some old pictures of old Native American warriors, Japanese samurais, and see what elements we can grab from both to make some really cool stuff. I like the word Yangtze. I always, you know, Yangtze it sounds Asian-esque, and I want to have that kind of feel to them, while at the same time not making it. I don't want to make it Japanese. It's all like, oh, samurai. No, I don't want that feeling like abroad. I want to think, you know, warrior. You know, these are warriors. They have weapons. They're very important to them. These weapons aren't just weapons. They're, you know, like a katana. It's supposed to be a samurai's soul. So I want to have that kind of feeling. This is how important this weapon is. If we lost one of our weapons, we would do anything to go get it. Just like with Githyanki. So you need to have that kind of connection to it. It's very, very important. And I think, you know, that's going to be going pretty well. So, like I said, I got the rough outline out to Christina. I'm sure we're going to go back and forth and stuff. While this is going on, I'm going to wait for the people to, well, the other guys and gals to certify they're going to be doing the other three adventures. Yeah, three adventures. Once that gets done, we'll announce who they are. I think you'll all be very surprised and impressed. But like I said, I think right now we're moving in the right direction. You know, our deadline is, I think, it's pretty reasonable. We may have to extend it back a little bit, but I think people will be happy when they see what's going on. I think what also will make it really, really happy is the quality of what we're doing. I think this is going to be amazing, a lot of fun. I think a lot of people are going to be very, very happy. I will be very happy when this is all said and done. You know, it's just, I think this is going to be another one of those ones that I really love doing. I mean, like I said, I always loved doing Obsidian Apocalypse. And this is something I'd always dreamed about doing. It's an adventure. I thought the whole concept of Crossfire would work very well. And I think people will love playing it even to the end. Which I think the end was going to be, you know, phenomenal. When you really see what's going on, you're like, oh, crap! Belly sides out. So, that's what I'm hoping for. And, you know, I said, I've always thought this adventure path, you know, it's only four adventures. Yeah, 4 adventures. So I'd like it to go from, you know, 8th to 12th to 13th level. That's how I see it. I see that to be the big, you know, range. So you get, you know, some good monsters. You won't be all powerful. There's stuff you have to worry about. Because, I mean, I think that sometimes it happens that you get these adventure paths and people just, you know, maul through creatures like they're going out of style. Like, oh, bam, bam, these guys are really tough, bam. And I don't want that to happen. What I want to happen is a lot of, oh my god, run! Oh my god, run! Okay, let's go kill it. Go kill it again. Okay, we kill this thing. Okay, great. Oh no, wait, run! Run! You know, I want a little fear in people's lives. Because, you know, when the heroes are just whacking through guys, like left and right where it's nothing, that doesn't make a threat for me. I think the monsters you face should be threatening. And they should just not just threaten you, they should terrify you. Like, oh my god, we faced these things this one time, and then let's kill everybody. Let's get the hell out of here. That's how I want it to be. That's the sound I want to hear. I want to hear the words, let's get the hell out of here on anything I do. Because that, you know, let's get the hell out of here. You've terrified people to run. That's good. You know, not for the bad. That's the bad. I want to be like, it's awesome. Awesome. And then you have people talk, oh my god, it killed us here and did this. You know, that's kind of stuff I want. I want people to have that kind of feeling. I want that, that feeling. So, plus, you know, I think it's just a cool thing. So, if this Kickstarter does well, some of the extra goals on top, I think, you know, I'm hoping to add on to it. So my dream goal would be, if we got to a certain level, we'd add another part to this. It'd go from being a 4-part to a 5-part. I'm telling you right now, I always planned for this to be a 4-part. I didn't plan for it to be a 5-part. But if we did that well with Kickstarter, we would add an extra part. I've kind of set it up how we could do it, just in case. You know, I learned from Babylon 5. Babylon 5 was very big about this. It said every one of the characters they wrote for, they all had a back door. So if the person had to leave, like many of them did, that you'd have it available on how they could leave, and it wouldn't affect the story. And I always thought it was a smart thing to do. And I think for Adventure, it should be done the same way. There should always be a back door for a person to make a recap or something else to come back. But, you know, I think that's important. I think that helps with the actual playability and the long-term playability. Whew, I'm sleepy. The sun up and got me. Alright, well, it's been like 21 minutes, so I'm going to get off because I'm picking up Lucas, and we're going to go home and relax. And I'm hoping to place this up maybe today or tomorrow, but it should be up. As always, thank you for your support, and I'll talk to you all later.